Hello again, welcome back. Today, let's continue on the actual modeling using the Protege. We will do our named classes on this chapter, and within this we will finish this exercise number 04. So for named classes, that is the actual the primary the building block in one OWL ontology. Now we are using the 5.6.2. So within this major version upgrade is edit class can be done in entity tab. And the entity tab has numbers of the subtab. So if we back to here, this is our the Protege the file. By default, we come to active ontology. Now we switch to the entity. You can see here, there's 7 or 6 subtab under entity. We are using the class. This part is show the class hierarchy. So that is actually the same to this class primary type. But we can use here to switch the useful the tabs through these subtabs. So that is depends on your preference to use. The all empty ontology contain the root the class called all thing. So thing is our the root. The thing is, if you want to change that, actually you can use this label. Let me see, is the pizza. So if you save, so here is the label, and then if you give the thing a label, and also here is some kind of the different versions you can use. But let's remove this. We follow just our exercise 4. So what we are going to do is this is the pizza, the ontology. We will create the top level, the class list. One is the pizza as the whole name of this pizza thing. Secondly is the pizza has a base, pizza has a topping. So those are the two primary the classes we will need to create. So here is when we don't have the same level class, this second button is not activated. So you have two buttons to create new class. One is add our subclass. Now we only have things, so we can only create a subclass. Once you have a subclass, you can create a sibling class to this subclass. Then it's coming to the same level. So we use this traditional way. So create a class one by one. In the later practice, if you need to create several classes in one the layer, actually we will introduce here. So you can use this create a class hierarchy, and that gives you some a little feeling like a batch the processing. So let's create this here. So we already in the step 1, make sure is your all thing is selected. Then click add the subclass. So here you will get this thing is gave our pizza. So that is what we are going to do. So remember is they also always use your complete IRI and then with this pound and the pizza. So that is what you are going to do to change. So remember in the 2 video earlier is we added our preference here. So that is the thing is what we keep that. But what if you choose this auto-generated thing? So then that will be changed like this way. So that is ensure is be the unique things, but is quite not easy for user to read. So let's ensure we use this user supplied name. But you can test yourself on this different flavor. So pizza is our first thing. So now we have our first class. Notice this, if you click the thing back, you can only create our subclass, because nothing can be the same level to thing. Thing is the only one root. But if you switch to pizza, this simply is activated. So now is we will create our pizza topping, pizza base. So you have two way. Either is you create, let's see. So if I select thing, I create a sub. I can give a name is pizza topping. So please be noticed, if you just type pizza, it's auto validate through your whole ontology. They will get is if you want to create that, it's not allowed, because we want to keep uniqueness within this ontology. So pizza itself with 5 characters already here. So you should not create another pizza on the same level. And then we need to continue create this topping here. So even if you want to create another the sub, let's see. So I want to create pizza in the subclass of pizza topping. Is also not allowed, because that is in the universal the validating is the you already have a pizza class. So that this pizza topping I use choose thing, then create a sub. And now is the second way is you can choose this level, then create a symboling. So here we can create pizza base. So the result is the same. So like here, you get the things, these 3 classes is put in here. And so that is the thing. Let's read here. Ensure is select before using subclass icon. So your class or subclass of thing. Your user interface should now look like this way. So we are okay. And in this guide is show the right. If you look at right, that is because the reasoner hasn't run yet. We will address this shortly. But to my case is I already activate the reasoner, so I didn't see this right. So that is here. So because I installed this for one of another ontology is already activate. So if you see the right, no worry. So just leave it, and then this we will settle down that in the later phase. And also here you can see within the entity tab, you also have the object property, data property. So those properties are the thing is we will need to make some settings in the later phase. So that is the thing is we finish this exercise 04. And the read here is there's no mandatory naming conversion in for the entity. We will talk about the name and the labels later on. So please be aware of this best practice is to select one of the naming conversion and then apply them in that conversion across your organization. The organization here is we can treat that is across your ontology. So we will follow this the naming conversion within this the guide is where class and the individual names start with a capital letter. So you see here P is a capital, and each word is also has a capital like T and B, and we don't have our space in the middle. Sometimes I also used to have our underscore to separate this kind of different words. But like same as Michael mentioned here, I don't like space in the middle, because space you just consider is if this your IRI translated into our web address, the space will be have to be translated in some other the character in the middle. So that will give some unnecessary the complexity. So try to read this, try to find your own the naming conversion. But within our guide, let's follow like this way first. Thank you for watching. Talking with you in the later the exercise. Bye.